Hey guys, it's Carly. Today I wanted to share a card that has one of my favorite stamping techniques, one of my favorite mediums, and this gorgeous tropical vibe set from the stamp market. So I'm starting with a panel of smooth Bristol that is my favorite for ink blending. I've stamped those leaves from the stamp market on there, and then I want to tack it down to my craft mat so I can do a little bit of ink blending. Now I'm being kind of picky about where I'm putting that low tack tape, because when you ink blend over something like tape, you can get kind of a rubbing effect. So like, remember when we were kids and we used to do crayons over real life leaves? Does anyone else remember that? So it's that kind of a thing. But I am going to be masking these leaves off, so when I put the tape behind right where the leaves are, it's not going to show. So speaking of masking, I've cut all of my little masks with my favorite masking paper and just the coordinating die, and I'm just going to put it right over the leaf. Now, if you wanted them to be even tighter and not have that little bit of halo, you could hand cut them. I actually like the halo, plus I'm a little bit craft lazy, so I just die cut my masks. Now I'm applying ink. I'm using Distress Oxide Cracked Pistachio and Twisted Citron. I think they pair really well together, and when you blend them, they also make a really pretty third shade of green. So once I've got the two colors applied separately, I'm going to go back with a little more Cracked Pistachio right in that middle section and blend it till I've got that third green. Now after I'm happy with the blending, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're putting glitter on top. We're going to put glitter on top. So with my offset palette knife, I'm applying that glimmer paste directly to the panel right over those masks. Don't worry, we'll still be able to remove them later. And I just kind of keep going until I've got as smooth and even as a finish as I can get. And just something to note is that glimmer paste is water-based, and those inks are water reactive, so they are going to kind of blend and move around and lighten a bit, and you're going to get some color coming up on your palette knife, so it's something to be aware of as you're getting more out of your jar. You don't want to get ink in there, but also you don't want to spread too much of your Twisted Citron into your Cracked Pistachio at the top, so just kind of be aware as you're applying it. Okay, and now my advice with glimmer paste is to clean it up while it's wet. It's so much easier if the paste hasn't dried onto your mat. But it is water-based, so if you do let it dry for some reason, you can totally use soap and water to clean it up. Now, same thing with your project. If you've got a little bit of that glimmer paste kind of coming off the edge or anything like that, this is a good time to take your finger and kind of just run it around the edge, get any extra glitter. And then these masks that are coming off the edge of my panel, I'm going to take them off right now. In retrospect, I probably should have been a little more careful and not hold tweezers in my hand at the same time, because I did get a little bit of glitter onto that leaf. And also that masking paper was really saturated with the glimmer paste, so it was wet, so it didn't pull off in one whole leaf all the time, but it doesn't leave any residue. It's such great masking paste or masking paper that is totally fine. But I finally had the common sense to let the rest of the panel dry a little bit more before I pulled off those last two. Now, after my panel dry, I pulled off the masks and I need a sentiment for the middle. My favorite way to use die cut sentiment is to stack them like this, so I always cut 3. I have 2 from my cardstock, 1 from black, and I'm just using my favorite glue pen to adhere them together and create a stacked die cut sentiment. Then I like to apply some glossy finish to the top of it, so I'm putting some low tack tape on an acrylic block. I'm going to put my little die cut words there, and then I can top it with some glossy accents or Nuvo drops or glue and glitter, whatever I'm feeling that day. And then I can set it away where I don't put my fingers in it. Last thing I wanted to share really quickly is that I wanted black rhinestones. I didn't have any, so I put some white rhinestones onto this low tack tape and acrylic block, colored them with my Copic, and ta-da, they matched perfectly. So there you can see the finished card. I love how it came together. I think it's so happy and fun, and of course I love anything that glitters. Thanks so much for watching. You can find more information on my blog. There's a link in the description below, and have a great day.